Hey everybody, it's Kyle. I am in the Kia on the way to FanCon 49 in Lawrence, Kansas, Douglas County Fairgrounds. Saturday morning, just driving on my way there. Looking to pick up some Marvel Super Specials. Don't know if you're familiar with those. If you're not, tell you a quick couple blurbs about them. First of all, in the 70s and 80s, they used to make comic adaptations of everything. Every movie, and I'm sure you guys have even heard of Classics Illustrated. Buddy of mine, his dad had boxes full of comics, and I've still got them. I'm sorry, I haven't looked through all of them yet. But he has almost a whole set of Classics Illustrated in there. Those are pretty cool. But anyway, Marvel had a series, and they were magazine size. They might have even had some that were bigger than that, but I know they had magazine size for a long time. And they would be comic adaptations of all kinds of things. The most notable ones I remember are Jaws 2. Yes, there was a comics adaptation of Jaws 2. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Yes, again, not the most exciting comic book read you can imagine, but still very interesting. They also had Xanadu. That's another one that's kind of funny. Yes, the musical movie Xanadu with, let's see who's in that. Gene Kelly and definitely oh my God, how can I? Olivia Newton-John. If you've never seen that movie, it's quite a gem. Regardless, I'm looking to kind of collect some of those again. They were kind of a big thing for me when I was a kid. I really loved them, and they're kind of an interesting art form for that time. It's definitely pop culture reference, not true art. I'm sure they were just cranking them out as fast as they could. But one I would really like to find, I'm not sure if this is a Marvel Super Special or not, but I know there was a comics adaptation of Time Bandits. I would really like to try and find that, if possible. I don't think it'll be an easy find, and I don't think it was a Marvel Super Special either. But Time Bandits would be a blast if I could find that one. I love that movie. My buddy Mikey and I were talking about it yesterday. That's one of our favorite movies. And then actually the conversation was so intriguing. Last night, for the first time ever, my wife watched The Fisher King. We watched Fisher King together. She had never seen it. If you haven't seen it in a long time, I highly recommend it. I mean, there's some very 80s / early 90s stuff in it, but it's still such an amazing film. Terry Gilliam is quite a remarkable person. Anyway, I would love to find that Time Bandits comics adaptation if I could too. So I'm going to look for those. That's mostly what I'm interested in. I'm not a true comic connoisseur. I'm not looking for Batman number 47 or any crap like that. That's just not my deal. I appreciate the people who are into that. I think it's cool. It's just not my thing. I'm more of I read a lot of horror comics or strange sci-fi comics, and I really love these movie adaptations. I still love movie adaptations. I have The Force Awakens and Rogue One at home. I'd like to get Last Jedi. I haven't seen that one around anywhere, but I'm sure it's coming. But I love stuff like that. Anyway, that's what I'm headed to do. Going solo for a lot of reasons. Number one, if my kids came with me, as much as I'd love them to be there with me, all it ends up being is, can you get me this? Can you get me this? You know, kind of stuff. And that's cool. I mean, I remember being a kid, but at the same time, I don't know. I took care of shit when I got it. These guys just don't. So I'm just not up for paying for that for them. Anyway. So, it's been a long time coming. Sorry it's taken so long. We have not gotten together and recorded another one. But we will. It's been a little hectic around with the scout dads. So, what we're going to do is I'm going to do a shorty here, and I may have some clips I might put after this which are recordings from various locations, the ones at the ranch, as well as I think I might be able to clean one up enough from the dad fishing trip. And I don't mean clean it up as in the language and content, because there's just nothing, there's no getting rid of that. Cleaning that up, that's permanently foul. I mean cleaning up the sound of it so that you can make out what's going on exactly. The good news is now I have this microphone that I'm using right now, which is a portable mic that goes into USB-C right into my phone, so that'll work out a lot better. I will remove a lot of this car driving background noise if I can, as much as I can anyway. So anyway, I'll probably throw something like that on the end of this, but I'll just go ahead and cover a few things that we usually cover. Sorry, no shit story. I apologize. But let's go ahead and start out with something that's bugging me. Well, I can tell you not so much something that's bugging me as something that's not bugging me. And that is because I went ahead and removed the Facebook app from my phone. I still have a Facebook account, and that's fine. I did go into the settings on the Facebook account and remove all the third-party apps that are associated with it, except for Instagram, because I know Instagram is owned by Facebook. I know. But I love Instagram. My son's on there, so I want to be on there watching what he's doing. But at the same time, I'm interested in what he finds funny and stuff like that. And I like to post pictures. I like to post pictures of what the family's up to and what the kids are up to. And I can share it directly to Facebook from within Instagram. So that's cool. So I'm keeping my account open. I'm just not going to have the app on my phone. I did kind of break a little bit of radio silence on that and wrote a little homage to the lovely Ms. April Farmer, who passed away, unfortunately, in October of last year, and it was her birthday. So I went and wrote a little piece on there, letting her know everything's fine. We got an army of people out here, homies of your husband's, and we're all making sure that he's okay and your kids are okay, and all that stuff. But anyway, I'm not going to get too into that because I was crying when I was writing it. I'll be totally honest with you. But I did break silence for that. But other than that, posts that you see on there now are either going to be created directly from the software and the website that I use for these podcasts, and they may also be created by other apps like Instagram or something like that I can share directly to Facebook from there. I'm not going to be posting things directly on Facebook anymore. I mean, the big reason why is because, man, there's just so many people on there that all they want to do is argue. And, yeah, it's been liberating. This week it's been a great feeling, man. Not being all uptight and pissed off because some prickwad went on there and called somebody else that I care about or somebody that doesn't deserve it a horrible name and treated them like shit. It's been nice to avoid that this week, and I think I want to continue to avoid that. So it's not something so much that's bugging me as something that's not bugging me. That's been pretty great. Okay, what am I into right now? Man, I'm still really into Black Lightning. Black Lightning is fantastic, man. If you guys haven't watched that, it is so unlike any other show on the CW that it's amazing. And we watch The Flash, and we love The Flash, but it's very campy and corny and stuff. And I mean, Black Lightning can touch that sometimes. It can be a little bit that way. No offense, Mikey, but it is DC. And DC stuff is a little campy and corny sometimes. So is Marvel sometimes, but DC really is. And this show's not like that, man. This show is amazing. He's not fighting other, arch villains with superpowers and shit. He's out there fighting for the people, fighting on the streets, and it's amazing, man. I just really love that show. It's got to be one of the more well-made superhero TV shows that's straightforward superhero, Legion is pretty amazing too on FX if you haven't seen that, but it's not very straightforward, and I don't think he's necessarily a hero either. And then the Daredevil and all the Marvel series on Netflix are great too, but again, those are a little different. For a mainstream show, the Black Lightning is amazing, and I highly suggest it. It's probably one of the few DC things that I've really fallen in love with. So check it out if you get a chance. Music, I'm kind of all over the place right now on music. I have been listening to a lot of old Black Sabbath. I love Black Sabbath, man. They're a very underrated band, and if you haven't listened to Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, if you haven't listened to that album, you need to go check it out, because listen to it and then look and see when it was published, and you're going to shit your pants, because it was way ahead of the game. And those guys were really pretty advanced as far as, their music was way ahead of its time. So I really dig them. We are going to go see, April and I are going to go see Brit Floyd, which is I don't know if you've heard of any of those Pink Floyd cover bands that are like huge, and do huge shows. We're going to go check them out. I got tickets for that. We're also going to see Hall & Oates this summer. We're both pretty excited about that. I think Rich Girl might be one of my favorite songs of all time. And looking forward to seeing them live. Of course, we'll be 100 miles away, but that's fine. I don't care, man. We'll be there. And I'm trying to think of anything else. We did go see Ready Player One. It was okay. I mean, to be honest with you, the source material is not that great. It's not that great of a book. It's an interesting book, and of course I love all the homage, to the 80s, because that's when I grew up. So that's fun and that's interesting, but it's not a really plot-driven, heavy. Even the characters are pretty shallow, and they could be anybody. The movie's the same thing. I mean, with a dash of Spielberg, so it's kind of corny. But I will hand it to him, man. He visualized some of the things in that book that are very difficult to imagine, and he was able to pull that off pretty well. So if you're into that stuff and you're into the stuff from the 80s and the early 90s, I would recommend checking it out. If you're not, you might still really like it. You might like it better than people who do like that stuff. I don't know. You'll have to see. But you could probably wait till it comes out on video. It's not important that you go see it in a theater. It was very immersive and beautiful at moments, and the kids were really into it. I know Big Chris TNT looked at me a couple times when things popped up on the screen, and he was really excited to see them. A couple little things I noticed. In one of the big battles, I saw some Battletoads. I thought that was kind of fun. Another part is in a workshop where they fix ships and they fix things. I saw the pod from 2001, A Space Odyssey, which is interesting because that movie was made in 1968. So, but still, I love to see stuff like that. Also, that pod, by the way, shows up in Watto's junkyard in The Phantom Menace, Episode 1 of Star Wars. Horrible movie, but cool that it shows up in there. I know George Lucas was a fan of 2001, so that's probably why. Anyway, Ready Player One, it's okay. Again, if you're a fan of that kind of stuff, you're going to like it or you're going to hate it. If you're not a fan, you probably just like it, But it does have some corny moments in it, definitely. It is very Spielbergian. They did make some serious changes to it, but they had to. You have to make it a movie that's 2 hours and something, not 5 movies that are 2 hours and something. So I think it turned out pretty good. I think I already said Black Panther. We went and saw Black Panther, and I got to tell you right now, I think that's the best Marvel movie made. I think it's an incredible film. It's absolutely gorgeous. The story's amazing. It's an amazing superhero movie. I would have never figured that I would like it that much, but I really, really like that movie. I find it very interesting because there was a lot of hullabaloo. A lot of the lunatics out there tried to say that, it was racist towards white people and all that shit. Come on, man. Keep reaching. It wasn't at all. It's just a good movie, man. Yeah, there's one scene, I think, where somebody says, oh, now I got to fix this broken white boy. Yeah, it's funny. People got pissed off about that. It cracks me up. Go back and look at the movie Better Off Dead from 1980 something. I want to say 89 maybe, with John Cusack. And there's a part where he tries to hang himself, or he falls over a bridge into a trash truck. And as he's going along, a black guy looks down and says, "Oh man, somebody threw away a perfectly good white boy." I wonder, where were all the people that were pissed off about that being racist? Interesting. You know why? It's because we're all fucking full of shit nowadays. That's why. So stupid. Anyway, it's a good movie. I highly recommend that movie. I think that's about it. I don't really have anything else to go on and on about. I mean, Hap and Leonard, the new season, I think it's called Two Bear Mambo, is really great. If you haven't seen that, that show is just really great. We did start watching The Terror, which is really good as well. My buddy Salva brought that one up to me, and man, we love that show. It's amazing. That's about it, man. Oh, if you haven't seen the documentary series on Netflix yet called Wild Wild Country, it is astounding. I had heard of the Rajneeshis, and I remember a little bit hearing about that shit in the news when I was a kid. But there was so much other stuff going on. I mean, you had the Atlanta child murders happening around the same time. You had the Tylenol killer. You had a lot of crazy shit happening. So I don't remember it all that well, but boy, that documentary lays it all out for you. I think it's 6 parts. They're each an hour or a little bit more each. And man, it's incredible. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. Netflix is really bringing it when it comes to some of this stuff. Hey, by the way, Steven Spielberg, I don't think anybody gives a shit what you think about Netflix movies being up for Oscars. They're going to end up being up for Oscars, and they're going to end up winning Oscars. And maybe that's why you're so fucking scared, because you haven't made anything that's Oscar-worthy in decades, buddy. The last thing really was probably Saving Private Ryan, which has a huge plot hole in it, by the way. If you ever want to know about it, just ask me. That's about it, guys. I will go ahead and drop it here to some clip. Don't know what it's going to be yet, but check it out. Take it easy, everybody, and we'll be back real soon.
Get the own! Fucking man, there's only one arm. I'm definitely watching that. Fuck yeah.
Didn't that have Apollo Creed in it too?
Yep. Carl Weathers. Jesse Ventura.
That's right.
Jesse Ventura had that big gun.
I might watch Predator and they roll right into Conan the Barbarian.
Oh, the first one? Oh.
I roll right in.
That's an experience, that one.
That is. Man, one of my favorite movies they remade, fucking, what do they call it now? The Mad Max? What's the new something? They
that
made,
was the best.
It's not Fury Road. What? Fury Road. No, not two. They like remade. They redid it recently. Yes.
The original?
Yes. Yeah. God damn it.
Fury Road.
God, that was crazy. It just came out like 2 years ago.
Well, that's Mad Max.
Yeah, but it's a different story.
Yeah, it's not
Oh, I thought it was the same story. As
It's fucking good.
It's fucking
I saw the trailer.
Oh, dude, you haven't seen that movie?
It was great.
You gotta see that movie.
Best
Really?
action movie
Yeah, man.
ever made.
That's the best Mad Max.
Fury Road is the best action movie ever made.
It's the best Mad
The
Max.
new one, like the 2-year-old.
Yes.
Really?
It's the best Mad Max.
All right.
movie. It's right up there with
If it was up for best picture, it was fucking great.
It was
Is that like
solid.
Charisse there?
Yeah, she is fucking amazing.
She is amazing. Dude, her character transformation is unreal.
Yeah.
What was the one where she was the fucking
Monster.
monster to kill? God damn that.
And she is
fucking.
fucking
She is.
fire. We saw Atomic
Not
Blonde.
monster show.
No, but I mean, she.
Atomic Blonde.
That's the
Have
point.
you guys seen Atomic Blonde?
Oh, I saw the trailer for
There's
that.
a fucking lesbian sex scene full on. I'm telling you guys gotta watch that shit.
All right.
Atomic.
It's on. I've got
Oh,
like
dude.
15 free credits on Voodoo now.
Well, you better go.
They sent me a bunch
Yeah.
of stuff for some
You
reason.
better go get Atomic Blonde.
All right, I will.
That's spank bank material.
I mean, I feel like I'm beyond jerking off to movie scenes. Like, I think I'd just go straight to the online porn.
But that gets you good.
Not really. I mean, anything. I can just think like, maybe I'll watch some online porn. And then
It plants a seed for me, and then it's like, I'm gonna jack it.
Do not, my friends, become addicted to water. It'll take hold of you and you'll resist.
I'm gonna go.
that is a good fucking movie.
I'm gonna have to watch that shit.
I had no desire to watch it.
I went and saw it in the theater. I
It
loved
was
it
up for
too.
Best Picture, and I was like, all right, I'll try it out. Fuck, it was good.
What is tentacle porn?
Like Japanese, like fucking goddamn entertainment now. Now I know. I know why you asked. Because you know damn good well what porn is. That's such a stupid question. Son of a bitch. Trap question.
Tell me more about this porn that you
and your
enjoy
fucking
so much.
Japanese degree. You know, either
Tell me more about this porn that you
you have your
enjoy.
favorite tentacle porn actresses and shit. You got a file.
I got a good story for you guys.
I
So,
knew you
so I was in Japanese class,
I knew you did.
and I had this little professor, my sensei, and she had like, she was kind of disabled. She had like one shoe was taller than the other.
Sure.
Something was wrong with her leg, and but she was the coolest teacher, man. So
I totally made that name up.
or something like that. Anyway, she goes, "What are you doing this weekend, Kyle?
Yeah.
What are you up to this weekend?" And I said, "I'm just gonna go down and rent some movies down at Liberty Hall and just hang out, watch movies this weekend, kind of take it easy." And she said, "Oh, you like Japanese cinema, don't you?" I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, "Have you seen our greatest film ever?" I'm like, "No." She said, "It's called In the Realm of the Senses." And I said, "Oh, really?" And she goes, "Yeah, it's based on a true story. Check it out." And I said, "Okay." So I went and rented this movie, and my ex-wife and I were watching it. And it's about this guy, and he's home during World War II. He couldn't fight for some reason. So he's taken up with these fucking geishas. And all of a sudden, I'm sitting here watching this movie, and they bring him they've been fucking all day, and they bring him a tray of food, and he takes the fucking hard-boiled egg and sticks it up this girl's pussy and makes her lay it like an egg, like a chicken. And then he eats the egg, and I go, "God damn, man. My sensei is a baller, man. My sensei fucking picking some." And they're sucking dick in that movie. He fucking comes in her mouth. And I'm like, this is your number one movie in Japan? Man, I think I like these motherfuckers.
Don't they sell like used panties and vending machines and shit?
Yeah. Slightly worn babies in the vending machines.
Damn it, now I'm gonna have to fucking try to find this.
It's pretty good. There's a lot of bush. There's a lot of bush.